The success story of Lupita Amondi Nyong'o is an encouragement to many upcoming artists, both actors and actresses. The Kenya National Drama Festival has given an opportunity to school-going to be able to practice and hone their skills. What happens when they clear school? Do they have an opportunity to practice what they've learned in school? This week on EduQuest, we are looking at talent brewed in school. Together with me to look at this topic, I do have Jacqueline Wambui Mungai, who is acting as Tina in Mother-in-Law. She's also a trained school teacher. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Also with her, I do have Esther Chebet, who acts as Matilda in The Housewives of Kawangware. She is also a film directing and producing student at the Kenya Mass Communication. Karibu to the studio.
Asante.
Let's talk about your life to the stage and screen. Where did you start, Tina?
Oh, well, of course, normally people start from stage. I started from stage. I used to act in a group called Teacher 4 Production.
All right.
At the Kenya National Theatre.
You are a school boxer?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but actually that's not where I started acting. Way back, but I started doing stage on 2006. Yes, at KNT, Teacher 4 Production. Yeah, then I found some people going for auditions for Tahiti High. Well, I followed. But actually, I got people auditioning for a program called Mother-in-Law. So
yes, so they're being done at the same time.
Yes,
yes.
Being there at the same time.
Before you went Teacher 4, I do know that it's a professional acting company that does school books, and they act out to those who are doing the study books.
Yes.
But I want to believe that before that, you may have actually been able to hone this skill at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Where did you start that?
Well, I started in primary school.
All right.
We used to do some small drama.
Which school was that? I wish to know where it is.
It's a school in Muranga. It's
great.
Called Technology Primary School.
Beautiful.
Yes. Then from there I went to high school at Kauhia Girls High School. And we started doing music.
In drama?
Yeah, it was good, especially at the music festival. It was
great.
really nice. Yeah, then we used to do the mashairis and stuff. I didn't really realize that I could act at that time because people were just doing it for fun of it. Then after high school, I enrolled to Erigi Teachers College.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now they're very, very serious with co-curriculum activities, be it the drama, be it games and everything. So we were forced to enroll in either.
Yes.
So well, I chose drama because I've done it before.
It became a blessing.
Yeah.
All right.
Then there was this play, and the teacher really insisted I do a certain part, and I was like, hey, but I can't do this part. I'm not an actress, but he insisted. And he really trained us, but apparently, well, it really worked on good. And then I realized I could act.
Wow. At Erigi, what roles were you playing specifically? Were they authoritative? Were they laid back or something? Very,
very authoritative. My eyes are big, so
all right.
I could really get harsh on someone. Yeah, very authoritative because I have an alto.
Yes, yeah.
A certain deep voice.
So,
on stage you shout a lot and
yes,
you pop out your eyes. And yeah, they used to give me very authoritative parts, and I was really good at that.
Great.
I even got very many awards.
Beautiful. You would go up to what level? National?
Nationals, I would go.
Yeah.
Every time I used to get the best actress.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Before that, then I look at something else. Let me come to Chebet. Matilda, take me through your early stages of acting.
Okay, I don't have a big history since during primary, the school that I attended, we never used to perform. We never used to have the competitions as in drama, music. So what I did, I used to entertain. We would have prize giving days, parents' days. So I would come, I would just entertain people. So one day while at home, I was watching some program in KBC, and I found out that Tumutumu Girls was one of the good schools that we had, as in performing in drama. So I wished, I so much wished to join Tumutumu Girls, and luckily I joined Tumutumu, where I tried to nurture my talent. So in Form 1, I did solo verses. Form 2, I also did solo verses. But in Form 3, we had a play by Munene Wamumbi, a very good director.
Great,
yes.
yeah, I know him.
And I took the main character in a play called Who Will Die for Sister Monica. I brought out the character well, very emotional. And that's when one of the patrons in Kenya Institute of Mass Communication just spotted me and saw talent in me. So after Form 4, that's when I applied for Kenya Institute of Mass Communication, which has a good history of drama. Actually, it has a very good drama club called Powerhouse. So I joined Kenya Institute of Mass Communication. And I really went there with some passion, some determination.
Yes.
And during my first semester as a first year, I had a chance to perform in the graduation ceremony, and I had a solo verse.
Right.
And I really entertained. And there, the Minister of Information, Professor Fred Matiang'i, actually spotted me and liked what I did on stage, and he appreciated what I did by saying something like, I will pay for this girl.
Wow, great.
School fees.
Wow.
And during these years drama festivals, I performed. I had some performance as a solo verse presenter. I was in the dance as a soloist. I also sing. And I was also in the choral verse and in the play.
You multitask?
I multitask.
Beautiful.
So I got to the nationals as a best solo verse performer. I got the best solo verse performer and the best female soloist.
Great.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Chebet. Who has been your role model when you are doing, because anything you do in life, you must have somebody who guides you in, I want to be like this one.
I've watched a lot of Nollywood movies. So my role model is one called Mercy Johnson. I love the way she portrays every character that she's given. When acting, she takes every role given. She can act as a mad woman. She can act as a good mother, a very strict person, and I love how she brings out her character, and I would love to do that.
Beautiful. So she's actually driven you to where you are today.
Yes.
Now, let me talk about the encouragement. I do know that many parents do not support their child when they're involved in these co-curriculum activities. How was the support system from your home front?
Well, normally, my dad and my mom are these very serious parents.
All right, yeah.
School, up your grades and everything. So, well, I started drama, Chinyamaji, you know.
All right, yeah.
I didn't want them to know. I'd go for the music festivals and they wouldn't know, actually. They were not very supportive when it comes to drama. They were really, really strict.
They wanted to have the mid grade A.
Yes.
The one they took you to be a teacher.
When they took me to be a teacher,
yes.
Now they heard I'm doing good in drama. Then that's when I started noticing my mom. Oh, really? Oh, you're good. Sawa too.
All right.
I'll support you, but they've never supported me.
But now that you are earning out of your screen acting, are they now saying, we have done something good for
now they're saying I'm really, really
my daughter is there.
My daughter is a celebrity.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's talk about your mechanisms of support from home. And how's your mom?
My mom is very supportive. Actually, she has a history of solo verses, singing. So
she used to act also in school?
She used to act. So she's like, I want you to be like me. Actually, when she found out that I could do it, she supports me a lot. She always encourages me and asks me, we should go for these auditions, and
You are so lucky, unlike Tina. Tina struggled through the system. Now, Tina, many of those who go through acting in schools and colleges drama festival, they do it as co-curriculum activity, and after that, they fizzle out. Somebody who was the best actor, best actress in high school, going on up to Form 4, from there you move on to, say, University of Nairobi, you go to KU, go to Kimathi College, and that's it. It fizzles out. I want to see how this has been on your side. How did you manage to go beyond Kenya Schools and Colleges Drama Festival, beyond the stage at school? Was it that easy to go on screen?
Well, it wasn't easy. Well, after Iregi Teachers College, I enrolled again in Kenya Institute of Management,
all right,
taking management. But then I'd really miss the drama things we used to do. So then I could ask people, where do people act here in Kenya? I'd really want
You
to
have
continue
talent,
here,
you
you
have
know?
passion, yes, yeah.
Yes, while I was still in Kenya Institute of Management.
Yes.
And they told me Kenya National Theatre. So I was like, where is there? I didn't know. So they told me KBC, opposite, Norfolk. I went. Then, well, it's really hard to get your way in Kenya National Theatre. It's really hard. You really have to push on, Go there every day, look for auditions, go to the notice board, see, every day, never get tired. So I kept going every day, I kept going. After school, I would go there and see, is there anything? Talk to people. Well, most people will not give you jobs. Yeah, you know,
and most directors, when they're doing the script, they do typecasting where they have Tina in mind, so that even if you went for auditions and you do not know the director, that will be it.
Yeah.
Is that the case?
Yeah, something like that. Kabisa. But luckily, I got someone who directed me to Jicho4 Productions.
All right.
And I got a law.
Yeah. Then from there, I mean, stage. You are moved on to screen. How was the transition from stage to screen?
Networking.
All right.
Networking. Yeah. Once you get to know so many people, you get to know so much that is going on in the theater industry. So guys were just going for auditions. Just the kawaida, we got the notice board, see what is there. So we were going for auditions for Tahiti High. And then we got the producer, Catherine Omoyo, auditioning for Mother-in-Law. Yeah,
at the same time.
So we just decided we'll audition for both.
All right.
Yeah, so we auditioned for Tahiti, then we auditioned for Mother-in-Law, and that's how I got it.
Yeah, and I think screen is much different from stage. There's something that goes beyond the voice, because on stage we work so much on the voice. There's what we call screen friendliness. What are some of the attributes that you need to have prerequisites for you to move to screen?
Well, screen is a bit hard. It's actually hard because the first time when I went to screen, I was really doing the stage work again.
All right, yeah.
So you need to compose yourself.
Burning the energy.
Yeah, burning the energy again. So I think you need to just focus. Yeah. A screen is from it's actually a medium close up.
Right, yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's from it's the face that really works. So you need to tone down, relax, connect to the camera, and act. And then it takes you to be more natural.
Character rapport, you must have a relation with the other character.
Yeah, you must have relation with the other character. Yeah.
Yeah. And now, Chebet, take me through your system. She has given us quite more, from Iregi going to National Theatre, struggling with stage, and going on to screen. You've just told me that you are trying your leg in screen acting.
Yes.
Tell me much more on how you are noticed. From there.
Okay, being a performer during the drama festivals, some producers, directors saw what I could do, and one of them actually called me for some auditions, but unfortunately I didn't go. I was at home, so I missed out the auditions.
Right.
But later they needed another cast, so I was called. Chebet, can you come do this role? Can you act like a maid? Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Come do it. And I just went and did it, and that's how I got into screen acting.
But for me, and what you have told me before from Nene Wamumbi and from Tumutumu, you've been given very authoritative roles,
Yes.
and I'm imagining now acting as a house girl. How the transitions? How are you able to come from very authoritative to submissive roles?
Actually, I believed that I could do anything. I can act very emotional. I can cry on stage. I can be this mshamba chick, mshamba girl.
Yes.
I can try accents. I can try Kikuyu accents, Lui accents.
All right.
So
Can you give me one?
Nileweza fanya kidogo lakini yeah, something like that.
All right.
So people see as if I can do all this. So it was not that hard. I can be this harsh person,
Yes.
this harsh person,
Yes.
this sad person. So it was kinda easy for me. It was not that hard.
Great.
Yes.
Tina, what do you act in The Mother-in-Law? What's your role? I do know there are many viewers who may not have been able to be keen with your program.
I act as Tina.
Right.
Tina is I'm the granddaughter to Shosh.
All right.
Yes, the daughter to Alison and Jack. Yeah, my role is this stubborn rich girl who wants all the men to herself.
Yeah. Right.
But apparently she got cheated, and she goes out with a worker.
All right.
Well, normally rich girls do that.
Yes,
so
yeah.
that's why we chose to do
Is that Mustafa or
Ras,
Ninja?
Ras,
Oh,
Ras,
right.
the Rasta guy.
All right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to show the public that actually rich girls also
Yeah.
get
They
naughty with
they
the
have a
workers in
life.
the.
They also cry.
They also cry.
All right.
Yeah, she's a stubborn girl. Yeah, I guess she's just a bad girl.
Yes. Yeah.
But she's also good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a big sister. I'm a sister to Mike and Angie in the program. Yeah, and now that my mother and my dad is not around, I have to take care of them.
Definitely.
Yes.
Great. Now, you tell me you're a teacher.
Uh-huh.
And how do you multitask between acting and teaching?
Well, it's hard, but I do multitask because acting is part-time and teaching is what I really
So,
do.
what skills do you have in terms of when you are filming? When do you do the filming? Does it interfere with your official programs at school?
Yeah, it does. It does a lot.
But how do you then work it out?
I talk to the persons in charge. I talk to my producer, Catherine Omoyo. I talk to the head of teachers in my school, and I work it out.
Great. Chebet, you are a student at KMC.
Yes.
You are doing a very, very difficult program, directing and production.
Yes.
It is very, very, it has high calling. How do you then also multitask between your shows as well as your school? You're also telling me you're on stage.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I do, I just ask for permission. That's what I do, because when I don't do that, it's going to be a big case. I just ask the HOD, head of department film in the school, and he usually gives me permission because he knows I'm there, I'm doing this
Yes, yeah.
to achieve
Because
something.
that's the industry
I
that
have the
you're
passion.
working in.
Yes.
Yeah, Tina, celebrity syndrome. How do you go about it when you walk in mtaa, kule Eastlands or wherever, or Westlands or Southlands? How do you feel? You walk tall. Everybody wants to look at where you are. How do you take it?
I take it positively, but at times it's a bit ish.
Yes.
Because at times you're thinking, you have things you're doing, and then someone comes and slaps you. They're, wait, why did you do that in the other program? And they're like, hey, okay, boss. But I like it. I take it positively because people really love us. Yeah. They do not relate you to Jackie. They relate you with Tina.
Tina, yes, yeah.
Yes.
And in fact, that becomes your name.
Yeah, that becomes your name. So whenever they call you that, you respond.
Yeah,
positively.
there are those who are not able to sustain that kind of fame. They would want to use it for their own advantage. They would want to be given goodies. They want to be given gifts, and in the long run, it spoils their reputation. So how do you spell life out of screen and your private life?
But
Balancing between the two.
But I think it's important to differentiate between the two. Know that as much as you're acting as Jackie, that's just as Tina, that's just an act. You're Jackie. Some of us walk around as Tina.
Oh,
And
yes,
you want the
you
whole
take Tina out
public,
there.
the public to see you. You want people to recognize you.
Yeah.
You want people to
date
do you
the rich man in
favors.
town because of your.
Yeah, you want to date the rich man in town, But actually, I differentiate the two. Actually, those are very two different characters. The Tina on screen and Jackie.
Yes, yeah.
We are two different
You become
guys.
the teacher when you're out there. You become
a
very
mother,
good. Yeah.
a strict person.
We are on EduQuest and we are looking at talent brewed in school. How then do we take it beyond school? And with me in the studio, I have celebrities. I have Tina and I have Matilda looking at this topic. Welcome.
If you know you're a winner, yes. If you know you've come to win, yes. Then let me hear you say, Mass communication.
Ministry of Education program in co-curriculum where they are providing opportunities for school going to participate in drama is bearing fruits. We are seeing many of them on the screen, born out of their time in school acting. And in the studio I have two celebrities, Tina and Matilda, discussing acting talent that was brewed in school. Before we left, we were looking at how you handle the celebrity syndrome in you, in the sense that when you walk around, everybody wants to see where Matilda is, where Tina is. How do you cope up with that kind of scenario where everybody wants to see where you are and look at you?
Okay, being a new cast, actually I've not been on screen for long. It's not not many people have seen what I can do. So I walk about freely, but for the few that have already noticed and can spot me, I tend to take it positively. I just say hi, and that's all.
And what of school? And in school, I think when you come from the national festival and you've been voted to be the best actress, you become a small celeb amongst 1,000 students on campus. How do you feel?
I feel good. Actually, I'm a very social person. When someone says hi, I'm like, hello. And I take it positively. It's not about that, because I am an outgoing person.
Right.
Yes.
And Tina, debriefing. You just told me before we had a short break that most of us take the Tina on the screen to the school, to home, and the Matilda on screen to home. We have what you call the debriefing session, where somebody must remove that character in him or her and live her own life. We have not done that in school, where you act as a very bad boy in your play, and when you go back to class, you continue being a bad boy. How can we then make sure that we debrief this character in you and you live a normal life? Because I know you are Tina. Another producer, director may call you for another program. You become a housewife or you become a house girl. So how do you then remove that tag, Tina, and go to another character?
Well, I think it's a choice or an attitude. Well, as an actress, a professional actress, you must, it comes naturally. You do not relate the two. Like, I'd act as a very bad girl, going out with other husbands, you know. But as Jackie, I wouldn't do that. So there's no way I'd want to relate the two. You get?
Yes.
Yeah, it should come out naturally.
Yes.
And you should. It's a role in acting.
And Matilda, what people think about you, they will think you are a bad girl. You know, or you are a pastor in a show. They think you are that pastor. They want to follow you as a pastor again in your private life. How should people differentiate the kind of person you are on the screen and their normal life?
By being myself. How I act when I'm me, Chebet, is not the way I act like Matilda out there. So if I'm okay, just be myself. I act the way I normally act. So, and they should at least adhere to that. Yes. But
the people, the viewers, they still want to believe you are that Tina, that the bad girl in the home.
Yeah, that's a problem. I think even our fans really make us continue being the TV character. Yeah, because everyone Tina. Then it gets into your mind that, by the way, I am a celebrity. I should walk high. But then you forget that you're still Jackie. You live a normal life.
Yes. Now, I came from school, and this program basically dwells on issues at school and in our institutions. And within our school, even when the ministry has been able to put that to be a co-curriculum activity, we still have some teachers who will want you to shun, involvement in acting and be that good performer in mathematics or physics. Let's talk about your teachers in school and what teachers should do to make sure that they can give you that opportunity to nurture your talent, Tina.
Well, there's always that pull between these teachers who really want their subjects to excel. And there's this drama teacher who really wants you to be the best in drama. There's that kamvutano, which is natural.
It is natural, yes, yeah.
But I think they should support both, coming from the hierarchy. They should decide when it comes to co-curriculum, it is co-curriculum. When it comes to learning, it is learning, because we pass in both. If well supported.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and your experience with your teachers in Tumutumu and KIMC, where you are performing your activities?
My teachers supported me, but obviously there are those teachers that do not support drama. What I think they should do, they should be allowed to watch what we artists can do. They should be given a chance to at least have a chance to see what we can do. And I believe when they do that, they can at least embrace our talent too, and support us in any way that they can.
Yeah. But those who have talent, sometimes they become so rowdy. Any incident of a strike, it must be that best actress in being the ringleader. Why is it that people who have talent are very noisy? And any small thing that comes in school is the drama club was involved.
I think it's a myth. It's a belief.
All right.
Into some schools, it's a culture that you get into school and the drama club is the one that is everywhere.
Yes, yeah.
When it comes to burning school,
Yes.
it's them. When it comes to rioting, it's them.
Yes.
But I think it's a culture in some schools, but then at times it's a myth to people.
Yes.
Not everyone. We've been there before. I'm not a bad girl. I've never been a bad girl in school, in primary, in high school, and everywhere. Yeah.
Chabet, is it paying? I want to one day be in the acting. Can you promise me that it's paying so that I can also join it? Is it paying or can you live on it?
So far, so good. It's paying. As a student, I know it's a good job.
Yes.
Actually, I'm satisfied.
You are, okay. And you'll be looking for more. Yeah. Tina, you've been there for quite some time, and I do know that Mother-in-Law is one of the oldest local drama that has been on board for quite some time. And we've just mentioned that we have Catherine Omoyo, one of the renowned local drama producer. How paying is it? If you compare with the TSC and that one, can you say you can live with the acting?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
If I compare TSC and acting, what I know is that talent pays.
Oh, sure.
Talent pays a lot. Kazi ya mkono, it really pays. And then there's this question people ask, Ati, what do you do apart from acting?
All right.
I'm a permanent actress.
Oh, right.
And it's a profession. And I earn as much as you earn when you sit in that office.
Great.
Actually, I might be earning more than what you
much
earn.
more.
Yeah.
But the security, somebody would want to say TSC has security, but there's no security in acting. It's not, you do not have a pay slip. Of some sort.
Yes.
You cannot go to any bank and say, look here, I have my payslip, I can be able to take a loan and pay you in the next 42 months. So why aren't producers putting you on permanent payroll as opposed to where you're coming from?
Well, I think it's because kazi yetu ni ya jua kali,
All right, yes, sir.
We're self-employed.
Given a check, you move out.
Given a check, you move out. When I finish doing my episode today, I'm not sure that tomorrow I'll still do the same. Yani, you get paid as you earn.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And on every show, I want to believe that not all of those on Mother-in-Law or the real wives of Kawangware are earning the same paycheck. How do you determine who will be paid what on a production, from your experience?
Well, there is a script that is written, and there are scenes. So once you appear in so many scenes in a script, it means you will be paid more than someone who appears once in one scene or two scenes.
Then you must be able to have a better hand with the scriptwriter.
Yes.
So that you can be able to appear quite a lot.
Maybe.
Yeah. Now, does it mean the series, when you are dealing with series script, is an ongoing script writing? Do you, the script writer for a series, do you write and put there and say, this is my script, or do you continue writing as the program progresses?
Then you continue writing as the program progresses. Yes.
Then what happens with the other members who may want to join, other characters who the scriptwriter, producer, director may want to include?
You create them.
You create them.
You create characters, because actually in our program we keep having so many people coming in and going out
as guest performers. Yes, they come in and go away.
They come in and go away.
Yeah, the experience on your show, how does it happen? I know you've not gone so far, but then the scriptwriter, how does he bring in new characters?
New characters are introduced and developed. So it depends with the story. Yeah, it depends on the story. So if the story develops, a new character is introduced and developed.
And Tina, maybe you want to go and study. You want to go to Cardiff. You want to go to a university and learn. What happens with the role? How will the producer, director treat you when you want to move out and go do your own chores. Maybe you are busy. You have a schedule to accomplish. How do you go about it? And my cue, you are the darling of the spectator. You are the darling of the viewer.
Okay.
What happens?
What happens is you inform the scriptwriters early enough. So that in one season, maybe they'd start removing you.
Yeah.
Maybe they'd create a story.
Yes, that you are going for study or you are going for something.
Yes.
And then probably when you come back after 1 year, they
Yes.
introduce you again in
They
the
reintroduce you
program.
again.
But then if you are darling of maybe you are the story carrier, what happens?
What happens is
We've
that
seen situations where somebody is replaced.
no,
The
no,
Tina's role will now be done by Chebet, Esther.
yeah, it's
Yes,
possible.
yes.
It's possible if we get a look-alike and someone who can really pull out the character the same way or even better than how I was doing it. The public would receive that person.
Yeah,
But it's actually safe not to replace.
not to replace.
Yeah, a very powerful character.
But then you can mention, you can have an absent character.
Yes, you keep mentioning
him.
Yes.
Or her.
Yeah.
Yes, now we have a media bill which I've been looking at, and it looks very lucrative for the filmmakers in Kenya, film actors in Kenya. It's talking about 60% local content. How do you envisage this bill in as far as you are concerned as a local actor and as well as upcoming filmmaker, because you told me that you are training to be a film producer and director?
Okay, this is kind of tough, but I think the producers and directors should at least, they should search and nurture talent.
Yes, yeah.
We have out there, we have good people who can really act. So they should just introduce them. And I know many of them are good.
Yes, yeah.
So if we have new people who can do good things, I know Kenyans
Yes,
will
yeah.
embrace
we
them,
can watch.
and they will watch what they can do.
I've been talking to Adon, who's in film training, and did of course do some research and shared with me that Kenyans do not like the stuff. They want to watch Nollywood, they want to watch Bollywood, they want to watch Bongowood, surprisingly from down south in Tanzania, and they want to watch their own stuff. Why aren't Kenyans, liking their own stuff? I do know that people are watching your mother-in-law, they're watching your productions, but Kenyans are still stuck on Mexico. They want to watch Mexican soaps. Why is this?
Well, I think it's because we do not give them enough reason to watch our things. Yeah, basically, looking at the whole production house, their equipment, some of them use very quality cameras,
Yes, yeah.
and script writing and everything. Basically, it's a whole film thing.
Yes, yeah.
If we do it correct
Yes,
and
yeah.
right, I think we'd give them a reason to watch.
Yeah. Now, in my study, looking at Kenya filmmakers today, be they in the Riverwood, Kenwood, they don't want to move out of town. They are doing the films in Nairobi. They are doing the films in Mombasa on the beach. They don't want to go down to Meru and look at the Meru landscape. They want to go to Kericho and look at the Kericho landscape. Look at Nollywood. They will give you a very rural setting, beautiful, that you can relate to as a Kenyan, because all of us grew up in rural areas. But our Kenyan filmmakers, they want to copy Hollywood. They want to keep us within the interiors. They don't want to expose us to the landscapes of Kenya. What's happening? And the Mzungu goes to Masai Mara and does a good film based on the Masai Mara story. Why is this happening? I'll talk to Tina on this.
I don't know, but
We locked up so much in town.
We're locked up in town. Well, basically, because production is a very expensive. Setting up our production and running a whole production is very expensive. So I think people are a bit money-minded, a bit money-minded. So they look at the budget.
All right.
I need to do a film and I need to use 100,000 and that's it.
Oh yes, yeah.
You see. So they'll just do
So
a very
guys must
funny
commute from
thing.
home. You can't hire a hotel in Kisii town and put them for about 1 month.
Yeah, because it's
filming
money.
within the locale.
It's money to do that. Yeah, and we do not have enough sponsors. No one wants to really sponsor
films in Kenya.
Films in Kenya,
Yes.
Yeah, I think finance is the big issue.
Yes, Chebet, as we roll down the curtains, it's important to we have so many people who have talent out there.
Yes.
Thank God you are discovered by a teacher, Munene Wamumbi, and your lecturer to come over and study what you love. Tina was also discovered by somebody. She hustled through. She's there. But we have so many who are languishing out there and have talent. What hope do we have and what should we do to those people who have talent as we pull down the curtains?
I believe auditions. I believe in auditions.
All right, yes, sir.
So when I would love to encourage people out there, when one hears about any auditions, any role, just go do it.
Yes, yeah.
Even though you don't take the role that is given to you,
Yeah,
just
you
try
can be
it.
just house girl
Because
like you
someone out
went.
there will at least identify you
Yeah,
as another.
from house girl, you come to Tina,
Yeah.
a very lucrative girl on, you know, a high class girl on the screen, and that's why maybe Tina, as we put down, what encouragement do you have to those who want to move away from the stage, those who are best actors in high school, they were given the best certificate by the Ministry of Education, and they're lying with it within their cabinet. What should they do?
I would encourage them to keep acting. If it's a passion they have inside themselves, it's so easy for them to make it in life. Yeah, they should never give up. And actually, they should not wait for people. You know what people do? They always tell you, hey, I hear you in mother-in-law. So you connect me acting.
All right.
I do not have the power to do that.
Yeah, yes.
I cannot. I'm also employed.
They should hustle, like you did.
You should hustle. There's an open Kenya National Theatre that receives people in a very positive way, and that's where I started.
Yeah.
I'll tell people to keep pushing on.
Yeah. Your life may not be so much in acting. What plans do you have? You are a teacher. Do you want to have full time in acting? Is there anything you are doing so that you can actually endeavor to perfect well in film?
Yeah. Well, having worked in the film industry for 6 years now,
Great.
I've learned a lot. I've learned how to handle a camera.
Beautiful.
I've learned how to do things. But then I feel I'm a bit scared to start a production, which causes me to go back to school.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm thinking of
enrolling for training
yes,
in film production.
I want to do a program in film production.
Beautiful. We wish you well. Wish you well,
Thank
Matilda,
you.
in your endeavors.
Thank you.
We have been looking at talent brewed in school and, of course, in colleges and universities. And we are asking, where do we go after that? We are saying producers out there in the screen world, producers out there on the stage, let's endeavor to make sure that we nurture this talent and bring it forward. And we've been told again that the media bill that provides 60% local content is an encouragement to many of us who are in this industry. We have a lot of room for you to act. We have a lot of room for you to be a director, cameraman, soundman. Let us do films and let us work on films. Thank you very much.